Hello there, my name is Ayomide Adeyemi and I'm a lover of technology and devices. I work a lot with smart devices, smartphones, laptops and things like that, and I talk a lot about them too. In this video I want to show you 5 things that every person who wants to go for a new laptop should know about so that they can make an informed decision about their next laptop. 5 things, 5 very important things. Now these things I'm going to be talking about are not going to be in any particular order, but they are all very important things and would apply to anyone who wants to get a new laptop. Now whether you are someone who doesn't know much about laptops, you're not tech guru or anything, you're a novice so to speak, or you're someone who is a tech guru, you know everything, you know all the specs and everything, these guidelines I'm going to be giving you are things that are pretty easy to understand. So whichever category you find yourself, it's not going to be a problem. So without further ado, let's go into those things. So the first thing that you should have at the back of your mind when making a decision about a new laptop is your environment. There are certain things that you need to look at in your environment that would determine the kind of laptop that you should get, or the kind of laptop that will be suitable for your kind of person based on your environment. Let me give you a simple example. For example, if you are in a place where power supply is not regular, an example is in Nigeria where we have epileptic power supply. So you should be thinking about getting a kind of system that has good battery. This battery must have a good lifespan, because not all batteries have the same lifespan. So you must be looking into models that have a good reputation for good batteries, basically. So that's looking at your environment. So you're looking at your environment. If you are somewhere where power supply is fine, you may not necessarily be looking into getting a system that has or that focuses a lot on battery and all that. So you may be thinking of other things that you need to focus on. So in that sense, your environment has helped you to make a decision on the kind of system you want to get. Another example is if you move a lot. For example, you a businessman, you travel a lot, so you'll be looking into, so I'm likely not going to be staying in one place, so I'm moving a lot, so I'm looking into getting a portable laptop. I'm not going to buy a bulky laptop in that case. Another scenario is you can consider whether there is support for whatever laptop you are looking into buying in your area. And when I mean support, I mean customer support, because this is very important. If your system breaks down, or you have an issue, or you want to get certain things done on your system and there is no support for it in your environment, that will be a problem. You can't just take your system, which you've used your hard-earned money to buy, to anybody to tamper with, basically. So I hope you get the scope of what I mean when I say your environment. So you look at what's happening around you, you see whether the device you're looking into can fit into the environment that you find yourself in. Simple things like do you have kids around can even decide the kind of system you want to get. If you have a lot of little kids around where you're staying, you may be looking into getting a system that's rugged, so that the kids don't spoil the laptop in that sense. So that's just what I'm trying to say. I hope you get the scope of what I'm trying to say. So you look at what's happening around you, the kind of environment you find yourself in, that helps you to make decisions about laptop you want to get. Number 2 thing I'm going to talk about is cost-value ratio. Cost-value ratio. So when I'm talking about cost-value ratio, I'm talking about what you get, the ratio of what you are getting to the cost you are putting to get that thing. So the ratio of what you are getting when you get a laptop to the cost of that laptop. So that ratio must be well balanced. Basically, no one will want to buy a more expensive laptop that offers much less than a cheaper laptop. If there is a cheaper laptop that offers everything that you want, and there is a much more expensive laptop that offers everything that you want, no sane person will want to go for the more expensive laptop. Even if you have all the money in the world, it's just natural to want to save money and get more value for your money, basically. So that's one thing to look into. What am I looking for that applies to me? So those are the things that are of value to you. So if those things are in the cheaper laptop, you probably go for the cheaper laptop instead of going for the more expensive laptop. But if those things are in the more expensive laptop, those things that apply to you are in the more expensive laptop, maybe the system that you are getting, you want to get a gaming system and it has more gaming power. The more expensive one has more gaming power. You probably want to get the one that has more gaming power, even though it's expensive. But if the cheaper one has the exact amount of gaming power that the expensive one has, but has a bad battery in the sense that it doesn't last long, not that the battery is bad, you may want to go for the cheaper one because it has what you want, which is gaming power, as compared to the expensive one. The expensive one has what you want. What doesn't have what you want, because it has what you want, but it is at an more expensive price. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but that's the idea. Basically, you want to spend less for more. So that's cost value ratios. Point number 3 that you need to look into when getting a laptop are your needs. The things you need in a laptop, basically. So if you are a graphic designer, you're looking at I'm looking for something that can handle graphics very well. I'm looking for something that probably is also portable, so that if I move around I can make graphics anywhere. Okay, I'm looking at something that has this feature. Depending on what you are doing, something that I can use to conveniently type documents anywhere, depending on whatever you're doing. So you are looking at something that fits into your needs. So usually this is where most reviewers dwell on a lot. They dwell on this a lot. They talk about the different specifications that different laptops have and everything. This is what most of us are exposed to and all that. Talking about models, talking about brands and all that, and what they can do and what they can't do. Yeah, that's where your needs fall into. It will be better for anyone who wants to get a new laptop to look at it in a more holistic sense, looking at some of these things I've talked about. Initially, your environment cost value ratio, in conjunction with looking at those needs, those features that you want in the system. Because if you just look at those features you want in the system and then you find out that you get the laptop you want to get, and then you find out that I got a gaming laptop that's very heavy, I can't carry it around, you basically didn't look at your environment before making that decision. You only looked at your needs, the things, the specifications. It has 16 gig RAM, it has 6 gigabytes of video RAM and all that, and all those highfalutin stuff. That was what you were concentrating on. You never thought about whether it was going to be portable or not, which is very important. So it's better to look at the whole thing holistically than just nitpick on those specific things you're looking for, which usually fall under your needs. So your needs are very important, but then you need to put them in perspective. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So I've talked about your environment, cost value ratio. Also talked about your needs. The 4th thing that you need to look out for is how long you're going to be using it, length of usage. How long are you going to be using it? Why is this important? This is important because usually when getting a laptop, one should be, or one may want to future-proof whatever system you want to get. So if you're getting a system that has 2 gigabytes of RAM, hypothetical example,
we should buy a system of 2 gigabytes of RAM in this current stage.
If you're buying a system of 2 gigabytes of RAM and then you are not thinking of the fact that in the next 2 years 2 gigabytes is not going to handle most of what you have, then that would be a wasted investment in the real sense of it. So you need to get something that 2, 3, 4 years from when you're buying it, it will still be relevant, it will still be powerful, it will still perform well, do everything that you want to do, you need to do very well. So basically you need to look at length of usage. And the 5th point is sort of, should I say, not something you'll be expecting, and that's what I call your taste or comfort. Yes, your taste or comfort. Some people like things very simple. They like a simple system that doesn't have too much of flashy, parts and all that. While some people love something very flashy, something very shiny with gold trims and all that. Some people like something bogus, some people like something small. So that's taste. Now, the reason why taste is very important is that you may think it's not important. You may just think, just let me get something that gets the work done and everything. Is that it actually helps you work better when you have something that agrees with your taste. If you buy something that you don't flow very well with, you find out that work wouldn't go, you won't enjoy working on that system. But the joy of carrying your system, seeing those gold trims, those silver panels by the trackpad, that kind of thing, it just gives you joy, and you just want to work. Basically, just that joy is enough. Yeah. So your taste, your comfort is very important. It's not something that should be disregarded, and it's very important in making your decision for your next system. So I've talked about 5 things which you should look into when getting your next system. I've talked about your environment. I've talked about the cost value ratio. I've talked about your needs. I've talked about length of usage. I've talked about your taste and comfort. When you look at these 5 things, you find out that it gives you a very solid background, such that if anyone brings a deal to you, or you find a deal for a laptop somewhere, you will be able to say, yes, I think I will go with this, or no. Without the person cajoling you or anything. So I hope I've been able to help you make a decision about your next system, following these guidelines I've discussed. So that's gonna be all for today. See you next time with another video where we'll talk about some other stuff about tech and smart devices. My name is Aramide Ademi. I'm facilitator at Datad. Make sure to subscribe and click the notifications bell so that you can be updated on new videos and be updated on what's going on this channel. And please subscribe, click notifications bell, and drop a like for this video if you think it was helpful. And you can also drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the things I've talked about, and if there are also things that you think people should look out for when getting a new system. You can let me know in the comment section below. Alright, so see you next time with another